So hello there and welcome back to this F1 2020 My Team career mode with the little Minardi team brought back to life after 15 years out of the sport. And straight away you'll notice that's our livery going into season number 2. I've changed the badge, I've changed the livery, which I could do off screen, but obviously the team personnel are still in the old livery from last year. Which is it's not a problem. It looks a bit weird at the moment, but once we go into obviously editing livery for the new season, obviously I'll get them all kitted out in the white, blue, black and yellow. This is sort of a throwback to their 1997 season. This was the best that I could really do. If we do that and do that, you can see it again. Ideally the little yellow bit at the top of the engine cover I'd want blue, the rest of the car I'd want black, white and yellow. So yeah, this is the next stage of the livery. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks quite striking, to be honest with you. And once all the team kit is all sorted out as well, then hopefully it should look quite nice. So this is now the episode between the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2. There'll be plenty to deal with. So have a look at how things are at the moment. So top right hand corner, we've got $10.3 million, we've got 3,811 resource points. The team acclaim is at 14. The Minardi F1 team will not have a name change until possibly next season. I think 1998 is when they had a different livery and it was known as a slightly different name. I'll have to check on how things on the history basically to make sure it's right. We can do some activities over here for some certain things. We might as well get them locked in. Weight training event, increase Nick De Vries' pace stat by 1. We will be re-signing Nick De Vries, so spoiler alerts, we are going to stay with Nick De Vries. Sponsor advertisement for drivers brings in team acclaim and a little bit of cash. Aero team building, sponsor event conference for the team, power equipment upgrade, drum motion filming. So we might as well do that one, and we'll do the sponsor advertisement one as well. We could do them all, really, considering we are in the off-season. As for off-season upgrades, I'm thinking about getting the durability all sorted out rather than actual performance for the team, which means that we might slip back a little bit. I'm not too sure. But if we can get the reliability sorted out for the team, at least then we can focus on actual upgrades for the car. So we'll do the sponsor event as well, and I think that'll do. Power equipment upgrade is going to cost, we'll generate 30 extra resource points. Aero team building, so we might as well do the power upgrade as well. Why not? No messages obviously, so we've got plenty of going on here, as you can see. Once we advance time. As for the facilities, everything is spec 1 apart from the marketing department. Weekly running cost $70,000, weekly resource points 240. R&D, obviously we've got nothing in line at the moment. This is how things stand at the end of the season. Mercedes are a little bit clear of Red Bull, Ferrari playing catch up in 3rd, AlphaTauri and Renault pretty much locked in a dead heat for 4th and 5th, and it's Racing Point and McLaren very close together. Alfa Romeo a little bit behind, Haas behind, were behind just Haas, but comfortably ahead of Minardi. As for the vehicle, none of this we need to pay attention to. It will all be reset going into season 1. And as for the corporate side of things, well, it looks like our primary sponsor will be getting a gold bonus of $6.82 million to complete a full season, which we've done. Hopefully it comes in, complete a full season. We haven't done a full season, we've done the 16 of the 22 races, but hopefully that still comes in. If it doesn't, I'll be very, very disappointed. Atlantic, Zane Neto and Satellite, I believe, will all be done by the time we come to a new season. As for contracts, you can see there the driver perks for me all level 1, driver perks for Nick De Vries level 0, but if we offer him a high contract, which is what we'll do, then hopefully he can start improving his driver perks. 76 rating as it stands at the moment. His market value is 4 million, plenty of money involved to get that sorted out. We'll have a look at the acclaim anyway. Hamilton now pretty much bossed it last season, won the title with a couple of races to go. Scrolling further down, we might as well have a look, see if there's any other. Have a look at the F2 drivers, see how they're getting on. Sean Gallagher has just moved into level 5. Sergio Sete Cameron has just moved into level 6. And a few other drivers there as well. Luca Giotto, who we had for the first half of the season, level 8. Nick De Vries is already into level 9. So the finances then, everything seems pretty healthy. Finance history, we've really made a lot of money over the last couple of months, and customization, of course, we can do. Well, team colours, we might as well do now. Copy livery colours. There we go. So done. So hopefully that's now all accepted. And once we go back to the main screen, everything should be changed. So change team name, we don't need to do that. Badges, we don't need to do that. Characters, we don't need to do that. Car liveries, we don't need to do that. And of course, a final update on the standings as well at the end of the season. 14th place, we finished in the championship with 32 points, which is exactly what we got in the constructor season results. You can see there as well. The ones with the blue square around them means that they set the fastest lap in the race, and I'm pretty sure that Brazil, as I mentioned, was the only race that we didn't see a retirement in, which is quite interesting. You can see there our season results. 17th at Australia, 15th at Bahrain. We failed to finish at Vietnam after crashing out of a really dumb crash, to be honest with you. In Holland at Zandvoort, P9 after a safety car helped us out. In Spain, P5 after a safety car helped us out. And then we had to wait till Austria to get some more points. 6th place, and we were competitive in that race. That was a legit 6th place. And then 4 more positions well outside of the points. 2 7ths then, USA and at Mexico. So we finished in the points 5 times this season, ended it with a 17th at Brazil. And there are the trophies, just to say what we have managed to do. Rivalry, we've won 1 rivalry, that was against George Russell. We lost the second one against Daniel Ricciardo. And the driver details at the end of season number 1, total points 32, average finish of 13th, average you could 16th, that's going up quite nicely, 778 laps driven, and you can see there the new livery that we've got on our team overall. So nothing else really to look at right now, so we might as well just advance the time and see what happens. So the weight training comes in, driver promotion filming will increase everything for the team, the sponsor event for the drivers as well, weekly resources and the running costs, sponsor event, the power equipment upgrade from Renault, and now we come to the weekly resources and the contract renewal with Nick De Vries. So up to 12.85 million, 4,321 for resource points, and we might as well renegotiate with our teammate. So approaching driver, Nick De Vries has agreed to negotiate with your team for a seat. You only have time to negotiate with 3 different drivers in a day. Your team has $12.85 million, driver demands 4 million, team acclaim 14, driver demands level 6. So if we go for low risk, it would be 4.15, medium risk, we can offer the 4 million, high risk 3.9. So we might as well do 4.15. Sending the offer now. I'll be surprised if he doesn't sign. Signed, you have successfully negotiated for Nick De Vries to join our team Minardi F1 for the next 8 weekends. So very nice indeed. Contract cost 4.15 million. Hopefully he will spend a little bit of money on some of his driver perks. And Nick De Vries will be here for the first half of season number 2. So any more activities we can do? Not really. We can do the aero team building, but it's going to cost a bit of money. I'm not really focusing too much on the aerodynamic department. Messages, high cash balance. I'd like to recommend that we spend some of the cash we're accumulating. We can invest in better facilities or try to tempt a more expensive driver to race as your teammate. Not interested. So we'll advance the time again, and we'll come up to a press interview, probably with Will Buxton. Yep, that's okay. So we'll go to the press interview now and see what Will Buxton has to say.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in. Your team's been picking up points fairly consistently. Do you think you'll be able to become a challenge to the top teams in the future? Your second driver really seems to be improving at a rapid pace. How dedicated are they? Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful? be safe to say that in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team. Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful? Thanks so much, as ever, for your time. It's hugely appreciated.
So back in the headquarters after an interview with Will Buxton, he asked me pretty much 2 questions at the same minute about our second driver, but I think I answered them nicely enough. So you could advance the time, end of season, so we might as well look now at the, well, we're down to 8.7 million after re-signing Nick De Vries, so we might as well look at the R&D department. So then you can see we have the durability department, it's got a bit of a morale boost, same for the chassis and the aerodynamic department. We might as well spend most of our money on the durability department. Don't know if this is the right time to do it or not, but that's exactly what we'll do. So then we've got the MGUH, the Energy Store, the Control Electronics and the MG UK. We'll definitely do the Control Electronics 25th of February, so we can get that locked in, and we can definitely do the Energy Store durability side of things as well. This is 1,896. Well, we might as well, our department capacity has been reached, so we might as well focus on the chassis department a little bit. Yeah, we can't do anything else over there on the durability side of things. We might as well get this major one done in. The engine cover, 1,175. So the refinements to the design of the engine cover result in a weight advantage without compromising engine performance or cooling, and that will be 20th of February, basically pre-season. So we can get that developed. 721. We do have enough money. We might as well just do it then. So the heave dampers, vertical shocks are absorbed more effectively, resulting in less tyre wear. That sounds good to me. So then there we go. We've got a major and a minor upgrade for the chassis department. 2 major upgrades for the durability department. Should put us into first place for that. This will certainly move us up a little bit. 21 resource points left. So we'll advance time then to the end of the season. Weekly resources comes in. And now it is the end of the season.
Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
Yep, that's fine. I'm sure we'll have a rivalry picking up very soon. So at the end of the first season, we've got 2 major upgrades for the durability department. A major and a minor upgrade for the chassis department leaves us with nearly 10 million in the bank, 261 resource points. That's fine, and now we can finish season 1 and advance into season 2. So nice acclaim there all around at the end of the season. Level 12, level 9, level 14. Cash primary sponsor, complete a full season, 7.15 million. 8th place achieved. We gained an extra $10 million for that. Look at that, $26.79 million. Season complete, no wins, no pole positions, 32 points for me, ends me in 14th place in the championship. Okay, then so here we are at the team overview. So everything's already in place. You can see that the livery is being updated, the team kit and colours have been updated as well as the badge. So you don't need to really worry about character. Team details. Yes, right, so we need a new sponsor. Well, first and foremost, we need a new engine. So we've got a lot of money. Ferrari, Mercedes, let's have a look. Definitely one of these 2, let's be honest. So performance slightly better for Mercedes, and the durability is the same. We've got to go with Mercedes, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As for sponsors, we could choose something slightly better. Finished 10th or better in the Constructors' Championship. Earned 15 Constructors' points as a team. Achieved 2 points finishes. Oh my god, earn 300 Constructors' Championship points. Not going to happen. We can definitely aim for something a little bit achievable rather than complete a full season. As a team, achieve 2 points finishes. Finish 8th or better earn 5 Constructors' Championship points in a season. That's a bit less than some of the others. As a team achieve 5 podium finishes, not going to happen. Achieve 5 points finishes, could be a struggle. These ones are very, very expensive. So we'll go for something that's slightly achievable. As a team achieve 2 points finishes during a season, that's definitely achievable. So I think we're signing with them. Then goal bonus 11.37 million as it stands. Weekly income 633.75 as it stands. Signing bonus 4.6 million. So there we go. We've got a new sponsor. We're going with a Mercedes engine, and we'll stay with Nick De Vries. As for the team details, Minardi F1 team, we'll keep it as that for now. So livery select, this is obviously everything that's going to be fine. Team badge is fine. Team colours, copy livery covers, yep, that's fine. And now we can advance. So then, on to the calendar. 16 races is what we'll do before. Okay, right, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove Vietnam. I absolutely hate it. Do Bahrain and China on there. So if we remove all of the tracks, which sounds a bit weird, but bear with me on this one. Right, okay, so we'll definitely start at Australia. Oh, incorrect track selection, so add track. Bahrain we definitely have. Netherlands will definitely have. Spain. We're gonna leave Monaco out this time, and we're gonna have the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Canada, France, Austria, Britain, Belgium, Italy definitely will always stay. Mexico, Brazil will definitely stay. So we've got to add 3 more. Vietnam will definitely stay off. We might have the Chinese Grand Prix in there because it missed out the first season. We also missed out Hungary, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of a break there between all of them races. How many have we got left to add? 2 more. Well, we might as well have Russia in there. Hungary we missed out in the first season. Singapore we missed out in the first season. Japan and USA we definitely had. We will almost certainly never have Abu Dhabi on this. I always feel that Brazil should be the final race of the season. So we had Japan and USA last season. Singapore and Hungary, Abu Dhabi is 3 of the circuits that we missed out. So we've had a China. We've got Azerbaijan as sort of our street circuit. I think we'll have a USA. So there we go. So that will be the calendar end. So the 6 races missing out this season: Vietnam and China comes back onto the calendar. Monaco misses out. Azerbaijan is back on the calendar. Hungary misses out for a 2nd season. Singapore misses out for a 2nd season. Russia is back. Japan misses out for the first time. And yeah, that is the 16 races we're going to have. So there we go then. You've just seen just there that the 2 chassis and 2 durability upgrades would have come onto the car. You can see the Australian Grand Prix is just a couple of weeks away. We've got some activities that we can do: pre-season driver press tour, pre-season merchandise sale, advertisement campaign, aero and chassis focus, power and durability focus, and a driver training camp. Absolutely get a driver training camp involved, and we might as well possibly do a pre-season driver press tour and merchandise sale. Merchandise isn't really an issue really, but we might as well do the pre-season driver press tour, and that will be that then. So yeah, we'll absolutely get Nick De Vries' stats up and running. So there we go. Then the car is now under blankets, although you've seen the livery as it is already. The marketing department, we might as well get that now up to level 1. So then increase your team acclaim and accelerated rate. Yep, that's fine. And amplify the positive effects from team activities. Yep, we'll get that done 1st of March, which will be just in a few days. So R&D then, as you can see from the performance side of things, now we're with Mercedes. We've had a couple of upgrades from them. The turbo size, an ultimate upgrade I should say, and well, 2 ultimate upgrades, valve timing and turbo size, but you can see there we are still at the bottom. That's fine. As for the chassis upgrade, we've had the heave dampers and the engine cover come in, so we're now middle of the pack in terms of the chassis department. Aerodynamic department was still quite low on that, so powertrain and aerodynamic department we really need to focus on. As for the durability, we're the highest in that one now. We have just the MGUK and the MGUH durability to do as soon as we want to, really, and then we will be unable to do anything else until we increase the facility department. R&D in progress, nothing there. Progress history, we'll have a look then in the off season. So Red Bull have closed up a little bit to Mercedes. Ferrari still the third best. AlphaTauri have closed up to Renault. McLaren and Racing Point are bang on level. Alfa Romeo just behind them. Looks like we have overtaken Haas as well. No, nothing from Haas actually. So we're slightly ahead of Haas, and Williams there languishing towards the back. You can see at the end of season 1 we were just behind Haas, and a bit of a gap to Williams. That gap now has extended over Williams, and we're just ahead of Haas, but still a long way off the rest of the midfield of Alfa Romeo, Racing Point, etc, etc. As for the vehicle, well, these are all the units. Everything is now brand new, as you can imagine, going to a new season. As for the corporate side, well, the secondary sponsors have stayed with us for whatever reason, and our primary sponsor, as it stands, as a team, achieved 2 points finishes during the season. I think we can definitely achieve that. $11.37 million if we manage to do that. A weekly income though of 633 contracts then. So then Nick De Vries has managed to spend a little bit of money on the driver perks, the power mapping level 1. We might as well do power mapping level 2, as we have $20.6 million in there. So then purchase an upgrade for ourselves. Driver claim will be boosted by 25%. Yep, let's get that done. We can't do another upgrade until a level 15. Power mapping engine wear will be reduced by 20%. Unlock additional interview answers level 2, and resource point income will be boosted by 25%. So we've boosted our own personal stats. Nick De Vries is now a level 77, which is nice. As for the driver market, let's have a look, see if anyone's actually moved teams. Doesn't look like they have, which is a bit disappointing. It'd be quite nice to see different drivers in different teams. Latifi still with Williams. Nick De Vries is obviously still with us. Luca Giotto is still a level 8. Yeah, okay, everything seems pretty normal there, as you would expect. As for the finances and the finance history, nothing to show there right now, but we do have quite a healthy amount. And the standings, of course, is now being completely reset going into season number 1. So then we'll advance the time, and we'll draw the training cap for Nick De Vries. Weekly resources, and now we can go to the car reveal. So there is the car reveal, but obviously you already knew the livery. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I think it's quite nice. Activities, we can't do anything. We've got a pre-season driver press tour. Messages them. High cash balance from Carl. Yep, we are fully aware of it. So 19.82 million. We can definitely get another department on the go. Don't really know what to do, to be honest with you. With so much money in the bank, might as well do something at least. How long have we got? We've got 6 days. We've got the weekly resources and running costs in the pre-season driver tour. We might as well have a look at the corporate side of things. Nick De Vries is now a level 80. Look at that. His experience, racecraft, awareness and pace has gone up quite nicely. Still worth 4.02 million. I am desperate to see Nick De Vries start to battle inside the midfield. So, as for facilities, we might as well look at the personnel department, get Nick De Vries up and running. So, it's going to cost 6 million to get the second driver pace stat, will moderately improve. 4 million will moderately improve the racecraft and awareness, and the experience start for 3 million. So, that's 13 million. So let's get the personnel department up and running. 16th of March is said it's going to come in, which is going to be after the Australian Grand Prix. I am so hoping that after all this, Nick De Vries will be slightly better up there. His experience will always be quite low, being an F2 driver, but if we can get his racecraft awareness and pace stats up there, then hopefully we can do something right. So personnel department will be level 2. The next department really to look at will probably be the durability side of things, but it's going to cost 3, 6, 9, 13.5 million. So could be a case of just saving up a little bit of money. As for R&D, we might as well have a look, see if there's anything we can do. We've got a minor upgrade that we can do over here. The powertrain department really needs a little bit of look at, to be honest with you, as does the aerodynamic department. So the chassis department seems okay. We're middle of the field in that. Durability, we're definitely high up on that as it stands, and there's nothing else really to do, so we might as well advance the time, get the weekly resources and running costs in. Pre-season driver press tour, and now will be the Australian Grand Prix for season 2. We will go for the softer available for us. Nothing else really to look at. We know where we stand in the championship, slightly ahead of Haas, a long way ahead of Williams, but there's a bit of a gap. To be honest, the gap between ourselves and Williams is the same as ourselves and Alfa Romeo, so it could be difficult for the first couple of seasons. Gearbox, power unit, everything number 1, that's fine. Corporate side of things, Nick De Vries should now be, well, if we do the rating sort of thing, that should put him well inside some of these guys really. Where's Nick De Vries? He's a level 80. Why hasn't that gone up a little bit? Don't know why. Puts him behind all of these guys, but his level with Grosjean and Gasly ahead of Stroll, Magnussen, Russell and Giovinazzi over overall rating. If you look at the Latifi's experience, 36, that is the same as Nick De Vries. So we'll continue to work with Nick De Vries, certainly get his experience set up a little bit. But there we go. That is the off-season and pre-season. We're in line to get the personnel department up to level 2, which will boost Nick De Vries' stats yet again. We've managed to get 2 of the major upgrades done for the durability department, a major and a minor upgrade done for the chassis department. New livery, new team badge, new team colours, new sponsor, new engine with Mercedes as well. And I had to go for Mercedes. We were losing in all of the races that we were doing. We were so slow in the straight lines, so we got a nice big engine now, and we'll do some work on that during the course of the season. And now season 2 starts. We should be probably on the back end of the midfield as the season goes on. I'm hoping at least that we can continue to improve solidly into a midfield team. So thank you very much for watching this episode. A lot has gone on and a lot to look forward to, and I'll see you for the next one very soon.